What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Tyraco here to bring you a public service announcement inside of Raid Shadow Legends. You may want to go ahead, go down below this video, save it, put it in a folder whenever you get tempted to pull outside of a 2x event, and remember this video because I know I am definitely regretting some previous decisions, such as the one we just now popped up. This video right here, okay? So this video is the bonus legendary event that happened January 25th, which was like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, somewhere around there. But basically during that event, I pulled the top 2 legendary champions. Absolutely amazing. War Mother and Tatura, okay? Tatura, it's not bad. War Mother, they're not using bomb champions just yet that much, so I don't really care that much about her. Now, why is this a big deal? Because typically it's always stressed, only pull your shards during 2x events. And guess what we have coming up? We have this Friday, February 4th, a 2x event for ancient shards, as well as a 10x chance to summon Kymar from those same ancient shards. So in this video, had I only pulled what I saved, that would feel bad. But if you didn't watch the video, I pulled my 78 shards that I saved and then bought 7 more 10 or 11 packs from the shop for the 900 gems. So I basically spent 6,300 gems or so, as well as 78 shards. Now, so a total of 155 shards is what I pulled, I believe. Now I have 24 ancients. Had I just saved those and did the smart thing, plus there was no event, like no summon rush, no champion chase or anything like that going on at the time. Had I just saved those resources, I could have been pulling 180, a little bit more than that, ancient shards for this coming up 2x ancient event that has a 10 times chance to also get Kymar. I mean, pulling during 2x events, always an amazing idea, but then when you pair that with a 10 times chance to get one of the best champions and probably the #1 champion who you're perfectly fine with using dupes of. Like, if I had 10 copies of Kymar, I wouldn't be complaining. Let me know down below if any champion you'd be happier with having dupes of than Kymar. Because honestly, he can be used in tons of different speed farming teams. I can use 2 for Doom Tower for my Seer reset teams. I could use a couple for Arena. I could empower a few, you know, just give me all the Kymars and I probably wouldn't complain. But unfortunately, with the amount of shards I have, I probably won't be super lucky. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm definitely going to pull. However, I will be doing some Twitch live stream pulls this Friday as well during the 10x, the first day it goes live, probably about 12 p.m. Eastern time. So I don't know what time this event goes live. It's going to go live. It doesn't really say what time exactly, at least not on this Discord post, but it will be live this Friday. So I will make a Discord post. If you guys want to join down below, join the Discord, send me a message and we can pull your ancient shards, get you some really good legendaries, hopefully, as well as Kymar. Let me know if you were baited into the bonus legendary event. I knew it was a bait. I knew I was probably making a bad decision, but I went ahead, went full force, and I was like, hey, 2x ancients, I'll probably get some good legendaries, but I'm probably better off getting these 2 legendaries from this bonus event. However, when they throw in that 10x Kymar, it changes up everything, right? Throwing in that 10x Kymar definitely messes me up. Now let's look at Kymar real quick, okay, guys? So just a little quick video here today, but if you don't know all the uses of Kymar, let's talk about him. Now, he is a very, very hyped champion as far as I talked about a ton, especially in the arena, but I do want to reel some of you guys back to reality because Kymar may be different, but depending on your account, okay? So his A1 attacks all enemies, places a 5% poison debuff for 1 turn if this attack is critical. So typically with Kymar, I don't build mine with crit because if you use him in things like Spider or different areas, you don't actually want him doing damage because the enemies, you want them to actually survive through the burns if you're doing a higher stage of Spider. So you don't really want him critting. He can do a decent amount of damage if he does crit. So you got to watch that. However, if you're using him for the poisons, he could definitely be good. If I pull him on my free-to-play account, I'm going to be excited. The A2 ability, attacks all enemies, removes all buffs, places a sleep debuff for 1 turn. Very, very good CC. Basically, I have him going right after my speed booster. He removes all buffs, sleeps. You don't have to get the books on him. That's one good thing about him. He doesn't really need the books. He is nice to have them because it lowers the cooldowns, especially if you use them in content quite a bit. He's definitely worth it, but you don't have to have the books for him. And the A3 resets all skills of all allies, fills a turn meter of all allies except for this champion by 20%. So a reset plus turn meter fill, absolutely amazing for those Seer speedrun teams. And then his aura increases ally speed in the arena by 30%. If you pull him and you don't have Arbiter, he is going to be absolutely amazing for you because you don't need Arbiter in the lead for that 30% extra speed aura because he has it himself. Now, another thing to talk about with Kymar is another kind of reason why you don't want to build crit on him, or at least that I haven't built crit. If you're using for the arena, you got to be very mindful about this because the masteries, you got to kind of weigh the pros and cons, right? This mastery right here, Cycle of Revenge, 50% chance of increasing the turn meter by 15% when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. So if you've built Kymar 100% crit to land crits on that A1 ability to get those poisons placed, one, I believe the poison will wake him up from sleep if you use the A2 next anyways, but two, more importantly, if you're in the arena and you're perfectly speed tuned, but you crit the enemy, they have a chance to get their turn meter boosted if they have this mastery, which could allow them to cut in on your team, kind of screwing up your speed tune. So that's really with any champion, Lydia included, because she has a damage dealing ability from her decreased defense and weaken. So you gotta be mindful with her as well. If you are using her heavily in the arena, you don't really want to build her with crit because, I mean, one, you don't really need it because you're not bringing her for damage, right? You're bringing her for the debuffs. Same thing with Kymar. If you're not bringing him for damage, don't build the crit on him. I mean, he still has a chance to crit. I mean, mine's not focused at all and still has 25% chance to crit, but I'm definitely trying to stay away from the crit rate as much as I can with Kymar. Now, Kymar is an amazing champion. However, I do think he's more valuable the later you are in the game because if you don't have very good champions, so I take my free-to-play account, for example, outside the arena, Kymar wouldn't get a ton of use. I mean, technically, he's a poisoner, so I may even build him for 100% crit because I have no poisoner on my free-to-play account. But besides that, the sleep is nice, good CC, but my champions are going to wake up the people anyways in dungeon content. The A1, the poison, nice, but I don't really need that. And I don't have champions at this point in the game where their abilities are so valuable that I need them to be reset. So like he works amazing with Seer. He works amazing with hard-hitting champions who you can cycle through, reset their abilities, go in again. But my free-to-play, not much. So to be honest, if I pull him, he's going to be an amazing champion. I'm going to be super excited. He's going to be massive in the arena, being able to have that bigger speed aura, good base speed in general, being able to sleep the enemy, strip, super valuable in the arena. But other places, he's not going to get a ton of use. Magic potion keep, he'll definitely get a ton of use. But once you start getting into the later part of the game, like where I'm at right now, if you have Seer teams, have good reset teams, he's absolutely amazing. He's basically on all of my teams. He's just one champion who doesn't get as much benefit, I feel like, early on in the game, but as you get further and further, start building up and expanding your roster, he becomes an invaluable part of your team. Absolutely amazing champion. Obviously, I think most of you guys probably know that. So if you have the shards, I think now is a better time than, or as good of a time than any, probably better time than any, to pull for Kymar. I mean, they're not going to have a guaranteed Kymar event. If they did, that'd obviously probably be a little bit better because you know you're going to get him. But hey, get one now, get one then. But I will be pulling shards on stream 12 p.m. to about 3 p.m., maybe a little bit later Eastern time this Friday, soon after the event goes live. If you guys want to stop by, check that out. I will post it in the Discord channel, so join that. I'll tag everybody if you guys want to be there. If you want me to pull your shards, just join Discord, send me a DM, and we can get that organized. But with that said, guys, best of luck to you on your Kymar pulls. Save this video, like the video, share it, because hopefully this can help somebody one day when you're about to pull those shards during that guaranteed legendary event, or for whatever it may be, a bonus legendary event. Maybe you think, maybe the next 2x Ancients that is literally a week and a half away, maybe it's more worth it to save it for that, because in my situation right now, it was 100% more worth it to save it for this 2x Ancient coming up than to have spent them all back then. Now, granted, if I would have pulled Kymar plus somebody else during that guaranteed legendary event, may have been a different situation, but because I went so hard, got War Mother and Tatura, it is what it is. But best of luck to you guys pulling your shards this weekend. Look forward to seeing you guys on the stream if you do stop by. Thank you all for the support. Catch you later, and hope you guys have a great rest of your week.